right? Like it's cool. It makes me happy that there are chatters who are still in their cutie pie era. You're ableist, so you don't care. Yes, that's what? I don't. What? I'm trying to understand what you mean by that. I think you might have outwoken me this time. I genuinely don't even know what you mean by that. What? What does that have to do with anything? You are by not acknowledging the genes? Wait, what? But I did acknowledge the eugenicist double entendre. I'm saying that's what they did. Wait, what are you saying? Ugly people are disabled? That is a disability. It's a big deal. We get kill in Canada. Wait, what? Okay. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I recognize what the company is doing. I don't know how this ties back to me being ableist and wanting death, wishing death upon the disabled in Canada. I don't know how I got there. I don't know how you got there. Sorry, I didn't even get there. You got there, but I'm actually interested in finding out what you mean by this because, like, it's a new level of crazy that I didn't think we would arrive at in this community, and I'm fascinated by stuff like that. My genes made Dr. Day to kill me by genes not being good. What? Okay, you're still not connecting this back to me and what I did. That seems bad, though. I don't think the doctor should kill you. I don't. You said you don't care. What? You said you don't care. Key need to care. You said you don't care about the ad. Is the ad getting the doctor to kill you? What is going on? Okay, I think I'm being ableist by continuing this conversation. So we're gonna move on from this. Okay. At first I was like, this is, this could be like fun or something, but their earlier messages were more coherent. I think they're too upset to engage properly. They also called you an ableist on the 25th. Okay. Let's yeah, I don't care about the gene ad. I care about like the actual white supremacy that's already happening. And I care about the gene ad more so on what it signals, as I was saying already, which is that it signals that companies are feeling comfortable playing fast and loose with white supremacy or like eugenics. Yeah, it's more of a symptom of the disease. It's not causing people to be white supremacists. It just means people are already, people are at the very least not upset about this kind of thing. But as far as like wanting to cancel American Eagle, go right ahead, guys. I'm saying that I feel like as a society, we've moved beyond like getting upset at companies doing shitty marketing, considering the ever-present danger that is facing everyone in the Western world. Fascism is growing everywhere. America and Canada both are participating in the genocide of the Palestinians. Every day we see it. There is a affordability crisis that's impacting everybody, but seemingly there's no solution to it. Trans people are written out of existence by legislation. mass atrocities happening as a direct consequence of anthropogenic climate change. I don't care about American Eagle. You know, I don't care that American Eagle thought it was like cute beyond the fact that they correctly predicted that they would get no repercussions for this. So for you guys to be like, no, we should actually fucking get mad at American Eagle. Why aren't you mad at American Eagle? You want me to be killed by my doctor? Well, that's a big leap that you took there. And it's cool. It's cool that people are still like, no, I'm going to get real mad at American Eagle. Okay. Yeah. Fight the power. You know? The ad drove discourse. Agencies don't care. I know. But the point is, the agencies don't care because of how normalized this kind of sentiment is already. That's it. That's my mindset on this.
Nazi dog whistle. But then also we've seen people landing in a third camp where they think, whatever is going on, it just didn't land. Writing things like, I don't think American Eagle is some sort of Nazi company, or this is even 100% on purpose, but it's definitely capitalizing on ever-growing.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too.
Fascist sentiment in this country. And so, we're seeing this debate play out, and depending on where you go on the internet, just massively different reactions. I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts here? Which of these three camps are you landing in, and why? And then, next up in the news, you've got Trump's Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell scandal growing, getting worse, and now taking on new crazy.
Haters are going to clip you to say the same thing and say the same thing about BDS. What? BDS? American Eagle would absolutely be valid as a boycott target if it was directly fucking making his jeans in some West Bank facility that was stolen from Palestinians, or if they were offering free jeans to the fucking Israeli occupying force. I think these two things are at different magnitudes. People I don't think have any capacity to understand that there is varying degrees of involvement with ongoing atrocities, These are entirely separate places. This shit makes the left look crazy. I mean, it's fine to point out that it's obviously a byproduct of where we are as a society, that a major corporation is trying to fucking do double entendre on eugenics, that's what I did too. I just don't really care about it beyond the fact that we're here. This is where we're at. You feel me? President Trump's latest post from Air Force One on his way back from Scotland. I can't stand Jessica Tarkov of the Five, a real loser. Big earthquakes, tsunami warnings for Russia and Alaska and Hawaii and stuff. See my previous chats, Lamau. Earthquakes are fake and tsunamis are fake. It's woke. That's a woke conspiracy. You made that up. I don't believe in earthquakes or tsunamis. Because the National Weather Service and NOAA is underfunded, so that we don't have to know about these woke and gay movements of the earth, as you say. Everyone knows it's flat. It's a fucking 8.7. Wrong. Wrong. Oh, I'm in so much pain. Bye-bye, earthquake. Bye-bye, tsunami. Bye-bye. Yeah, 8.7 off the coast of Russia is massive. I know, but wait, hold on.
Definitely capitalizing on ever-growing fascist sentiment in this country.
Okay, hold on. Bye-bye. Where is it? Remember when you used to be able to get an 8.7? New South Park is going after Charlie Kirk.
You can just shut up, baby, because you hate America and you love abortion.
On an all-new South Park.
Okay.
The epic season continues.
We want to honor the president's courage.
Stop. South Park. New episode Wednesday, August 6th at 10 on Comedy Central and next day on Paramount Plus. Wednesday.
Breaking new. Tsunami watch area now includes the west coast of California. Damn. Hardly anyone is talking about how many earthquakes have occurred in this area of Russia for several days. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. If this is it, it was a pleasure. Are you on painkillers right now? No, I wish I was. I'm in a lot of pain. Yeah. If only we had scientists. What is this? Bro dropped colored on the timeline and decided to start tweeting like the Joker. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward, help others and carry on the message. But no matter how much good you do, people just want a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long. Oh, this is the Joey Swole controversy. What happened with Joey Swole? Does anyone have the link?
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and
What? Bro, when white people used to talk like this, black people were not allowed to drink from the same water fountain. That's crazy. What the fuck? Yo, this makes it so much funnier because, like, the reason why people, I guess, were yelling at him is because he was like, he did like a Hulk Hogan thing, and people were like, dude, he said the N-word with a hard R multiple times. He was like a massive racist. And his response to that is like, I don't care about him being massively racist. What about the colored people? That's crazy. Look at his chat. This is the word that Hulk Hogan said, actually. Ironically enough, that was the
athletes and the people that are black and minority that.
Yeah, ironically enough, that was the word that Hulk Hogan said multiple times.
Went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life. So
Racism is not a mistake.
Also, he didn't say it like it was a mistake. You know what I mean? When he said the N-word with a hard R when referencing the black boyfriend that his daughter was dating, I don't think he said it like a mistake. He said it like he said it a lot. Like it was a part of his general lexicon. Like it was in there. You know what I mean? It wasn't like people pushing Cinna to say the N-word to prove that her dad is black type shit, and she just comes out and says it, and it kind of comes across as like uncomfortable when she says it. You know, this was like this man had used the N-word with a hard R on multiple occasions. Clearly, like he was saying it like it's a. Yeah, he disowned his daughter for marrying a black man and called their child cursed for being mixed. He even said, like, he was saying it with his chest. He was not saying it with anything but his chest. He was saying it like it wasn't a tongue twister at all. Okay? Like, this was just a thing that he says. Did he even apologize ever for saying it? I don't think he ever did. We're talking about Hulk Hogan.
Cutting off your daughter for dating black men is not a mistake.
Yeah, also on top of that, he was a union buster, you know. Yeah, he was just... No, all he did was take Peter Thiel's money so he could sue Gawker. Well, that too. What's the list of good things he's done? I don't really know. I guess be like a guy that was the figurehead for America or something. I've never fucked with Hulk Hogan. Like, D.L. Hewley speaks on one of Hulk Hogan's daughters skipping his funeral and refusing to share any of his $25 million estate after he disrespected her and made derogatory comments about her dating a black man.
Hogan passed recently, and of course he was a controversial figure. I will say this, wherever Hulk is at, either up or down, he has run his race. So nothing that we can say, we in the land of the living can say can hurt him anymore, but they certainly can hurt his family. And I respect his family saying that this is not the time to remind people he was a racist. But now all members of his family feel that way. Like one of his daughters primarily believes that she doesn't want any money from him. She doesn't want to have anything to do with fighting for the estate. And they didn't speak. Do you know how horrible you got to be to have someone that loves you or that grew up with you not forgive you in death? So it doesn't matter what we say. It doesn't matter what the public at large says. Somebody in his family saying that because he talked about her so bad and said such inflammatory things because she was dating a black man, that so she's calling him a racist. But all of us are remembered by not only the good we did, but the bad. And what you hope is that you've done enough good that it counteracts the other one. We're all just like.
But what good did he do? I don't really know.
So when John Lennon passed, John Lennon was such a beloved figure that radio formats all across the country went silent. When Michael Jackson died, who was equally as talented, probably the most talented entertainer that ever lived, they didn't do the same thing.
Yo, I got a tsunami alert in Japan saying goodbye just in case. Matt Buddha 3. Bro, get a fucking Tamago Sando on the way out. You know what I'm saying? For good time's sake. Go up to the nearest Family Mart and just hit him with the Tamago Sando Doku desu ka? You still have time for a Konbini run, chatter. Hassan is going to be fucked up if that chatter actually gets walloped. Okay, well, what can I do about it? You know what I mean? Japan issued a tsunami advisor after a powerful earthquake via a preliminary magnitude of 8.0 was registered near Russia. Debate the tsunami? It's been updated to an 8.7. Japan's meteorological agency issued a tsunami advisory for the country, warning waves of up to 1 meter, 3.3 feet high. Oh. Are you going to be ableist to the tsunami? That doesn't even make sense, but the answer is yes or no, depending on what you are trying to imply. How will this affect sea life? Bro asked me how will this affect sea life? Like he's asking how will this affect LeBron's legacy? I don't fucking know, man. Am I a marine biologist? No. I don't know anything.
Shows.
What is this? Epstein was actually still on the Mar-a-Lago membership logs up until 2007.
From investigative reporting from the Miami Herald that Jeffrey Epstein was actually still on the Mar-a-Lago membership logs up to 2007. Okay, so Trump was still getting money from Jeffrey Epstein up till 2007. Jeffrey Epstein was still paying for his membership at Mar-a-Lago, according to the Miami Herald. And that, of course, is a year after Jeffrey Epstein's arrest in Florida in 2006. So
if he kicked him out for being a creep,
yes,
that would have even been a year after that would have been established through a legal suit.
Correct. And there's been other out. And research shows from investigative reporting from the Miami Herald.
Yeah, everything is just like blending in. The tsunami, Trump did it actually to shift attention away, to distract away from the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Yeah. And I'm being ableist by not acknowledging the Jeffrey Epstein tsunami. And Joey Swole, racism, Hulk Hogan is also another distraction away from the Epstein stuff. And it's like an earthquake. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know what to do with this information. The earthquake off Kamchatka has been upgraded to an 8.7 magnitude earthquake. A tsunami may have been generated. Hawaii is still under watch. And I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what that will do. I don't know. Because 8.7 is like what? One of the biggest earthquakes of all time, right? Like literally. 8.7 as a magnitude is like one of the highest recorded in modern history. Yeah, here, this is it. There you go. Ryan Hall says M8.7 magnitude quake off Kamchatka isn't just big. It's one of the strongest earthquakes in modern history. If the magnitude holds, it would rank top 10 globally since 1900. Japan, March 11, 2011. The 2011 Japan earthquake, known as the Tohoku earthquake, had a magnitude of 9.0, 9.1 on the moment magnitude scale. It struck on March 11, 2011, off the northeastern coast of Japan, triggering a massive tsunami and the Fukushima nuclear disaster. There's only 2 expected. What is this? Tsunami watch here in Hawaii too. The concern is that it triggers a major fault closer to Japan that's overdue for an earthquake. I can't believe you're just sitting here when a natural disaster is happening across the world. I expect you to do better. I'm unsubscribing. Fair. I think that's fair for you to do. Let's go IRL stream the earthquake. I mean, it's too late. It already happened. So we would be IRL streaming the tsunami. Tsunami would hit us in the West Coast in 4 hours, according to TikTok. I think the water should calm down. That's what I think. I think the water should fucking dial it back and not get into a state of panic every time there's a little old earthquake. You know, they're like, oh no, we got to go somewhere and do a tsunami. It's like, don't do it. That's my argument. Okay, dial it back, water. Is this real photo from the coast of Japan? Okay. I was living in NorCal during the Tohoku quake. Took several hours for the tsunami to hit Crescent City and wreck their harbor with only minimal sea level rise. I think cut it out. That's what I think. I think the earthquake should cut it out and the tsunami should cut it out. That's what I think. Especially because in the aftermath of like such devastation, we're going to have to do more. We're going to have to do more as a united front to help people impacted by this. And instead of spending our resources in that direction, we could be giving it to Israel instead. And I feel like that's pretty anti-Semitic. And therefore, I'm going to go ahead and say this is an anti-Semitic tsunami and earthquake situation because I feel like all of that money that would go to the recovery would probably be better served if we gave it to Israel, which is the most moral nation on the planet. And obviously, that's kind of fucked up. Yeah. It takes awareness away from October 7. That's another thing. What do I do, man? What do we do? Really, what is there to do? For context, NWS has 3 levels: warning, something bad is going to happen; advisory, something bad might happen; and watch, keep the news on the TV. Alaska is under an advisory. West Coast is on watch. So it's not a warning. It looks like it will hit my house here in Hawaii. Wait, but I thought Hawaii was on wait, Hawaii's on warning or advisory? Oh, they upgraded the Hawaii to a warning from advisory. Hawaii's a 1 to 3 meter warning. Jesus Christ. Footage of the shaking in Russia. That's crazy. Is this real? How far out from the coastline was this? About 15 miles. Guy's like, oh my God, bro, this dude is still clicking links. Yeah, she's mad. All right. That's about all I can put in today. Apologies for those who demanded more of me. But this is about all I got. Love you guys. But I'm tired. See you tomorrow as always, hopefully with less pain. I made it to 6.5 hours. Another half day.
Sunny Los Angeles, California.
Peace, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Starlock to the starlock to the topic.